Hey, what's good, y'all? Get here with another video like always, and today we're going to be talking about the UK Online Safety Act and how it completely removed the freedom aspect of the internet. Now, if somehow you haven't heard about this whole matter, the United Kingdom recently passed a bill that requires you to upload your government-issued ID so that AI can verify your age and decide whether or not you're of age to access some services that certain platforms offer. Now, on paper, this sounds like a good idea for some people since children won't be able to access what they obviously shouldn't have their hands on whenever they're browsing the internet. But in reality, this is a completely dystopian move that literally gives 1984 vibes once you get a better picture of how this law actually rolls. There are multiple reasons as to why this is such a horrible idea, which we'll get into right about now. Now, for this video, we're going to be talking about YouTube in specific for most of the matter, and how the Online Safety Act bill affects the platform itself, and why it's the worst change that YouTube has ever made. So first off, I think it's damn obvious that it's not about protecting the children, despite the fact that it says that it's for protecting the children. It's about controlling the people. As much as I may sound like a conspiracy theorist, if you don't want your kids to see some off-the-wall stuff that they shouldn't see at such a young age, YouTube Kids exists for a reason. It exists exactly for that. Just enable parental control settings on your children's devices, and that's it. You don't need a law bill to do the job for you. So when you think about it, that bill's main purpose can easily be fulfilled with parental settings. So you can already see the bigger picture here, especially when the idea of uploading your ID to a certain third party is involved. Now, the second reason as to why this is a bad idea is because let's assume that you did upload your ID to YouTube and that you live in the UK or even maybe the United States. You see a video that covers a topic, whatever it may be, or whatever it may be about. You post a comment that goes against the popular belief or whatever the government believes. The government sees this comment you made on the video in question, and they decided to have an interest in you because you have made this comment. A certain kind of interest, let's just say. If they choose to do so, they could literally ask YouTube to hand them over your data that includes your ID that they've stored, because you know damn right that they will store your ID after you verify your age. And YouTube will have no other choice but to do so since it's the government themselves making this request. So now they know that it's you who made this comment, so now they know your real name, your address, your phone number, and all that stuff. Basically all the personal information there is to know about you. And next thing you know, the government decides to pay you a quote-unquote friendly visit over some comment that you made on the internet like a week ago. And no one's gonna notice that you suddenly disappeared until days or weeks afterwards. Now sure, at first it won't be so bad since the weirdos and rage baiters and people who are likely to be offenders would be the first to disappear. But don't let it have your guard down. Give it enough time and eventually your neighbor, one of your family members, your colleague, your close friend, or even you could be next to disappear if you ever say or do something that opposes the government's ideals. Now, I think my third point is a no-brainer for those of you with a functional brain, but what if there was a data breach? What if someone was to leak all of this data, the people's IDs, or even maybe sell them on the dark web? We've literally seen this on my last video with the T app. We've previously covered the importance of never giving away your personal information to people or companies that are not worthy of your trust. Always look at their track record first. If you see even just a red flag, just one small thing that can be considered as a red flag, do not give them your ID. That should give you an idea that they are not worthy of your trust. Sure, you could use a VPN to avoid having to give your ID, but unfortunately, there's a good chance that the government will do something about it by prohibiting the use of VPNs, and there's also a good chance that countries will eventually follow that pattern too. Despite the fact that it's a law that mainly affects the UK when it comes to YouTube, it has also affected the United States and to some extent Australia, although they did this on their own terms and their ban will start on December. So what makes you think that other countries will not join in on this? I can personally assure you that 5 years from now, the freedom we used to have on the internet will be completely stripped away from us. No matter where you live, what platform you use, who you are, it doesn't matter. I'm calling it right here and now, and if 5 years later I end up being right, come back to this video, and you'll see that I don't sound so much like a conspiracy theorist anymore. Dystopia times led by governments and AI are already upon us. And if that's not already the case, it very soon will be. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. If you didn't know, that's a quote from 1984, by the way. Thought it'd be a good idea to close a video on such topic with a powerful quote like this one. Anyways, I think I've rambled on for long enough. If you guys liked this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as any form of support means a lot to me. If you want to show some extra support, feel free to become a channel member. You'll get exclusive perks in return that will make it worth it just for you. Make sure to also turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my future content. This was Kether, stating against having your internet freedom being taken away for quote-unquote safety. I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.